I think that
All right, Yared, 7th place in the end in that race. You gave it your all, but yeah, didn't quite happen this evening.
No, it didn't. I think I did everything I wanted to do for most of the race. Was where I wanted to be, but just kind of got to that last part and didn't really have it the way I normally feel like I do. But yeah, sometimes those things happen, and that's it for me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a. I think like the women were saying also in the 1500. Obviously, you saw you might have seen. I don't know whether you saw. You probably didn't get to see that, but in the last 50, 100, the women were also completely suffering from the lactic and stuff. And I don't know whether it was something to do with the conditions, because obviously it feels like a perfect night for distance running, but there was a lot of people suffering in that last 50 tonight.
No, I think it was perfect night wise. I think just everyone's got their own sort of things going on and whatnot. For me, I kind of had a little bit of a cold when I first got done with Brussels, but I felt like I was gonna be fine by the time I got here. And I think in a lot of ways it's just it's just because the weather looks perfect doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's gonna race perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think still looking back on the rest of the season, you still had so many good races earlier in the season. It's been it's been a really fun season, I think, in many ways. Obviously, up until USA is obviously, but there's been a lot of fun. There's been with Grand Slam and lots of kind of interesting things going on indoors. Obviously, was really great. How do you now reflect back on the season as a whole?
I'm still very proud, I think, of what I've done, how far I've come. I think, this season was hard and very different from a lot of other seasons I've had. Just Grand Slam and just longer season, kind of more focused on peaking in September versus August. But I still feel like I did, a lot more good than I did bad, and I'm not going to let my bad performances kind of, really wash out everything else good I did this year.
All right, well, best of luck for winter training and, coming back stronger next year.
Thank you. Right. Yeah, appreciate it.